Most people think that focus comes from drinking another coffee or hacking your sleep or even meditate for like 1 hour every single morning. But what if I told you that's just one workout that can literally flip your brain into laser focus mode? I mean, talk about the kind of focus that you can just work in your 9 to 5 and come home and just crush your side hustle and you can still feel sharp. I know that because I've been doing this for the past 10 years. It's the only reason I can outwork almost everyone that I know. Now let me just explain you this whole story. I just work in construction and I know it's a tough job. And when I get home from work, I still have to work here on my side hustle business that I'm building. And how do I still have energy to work like another 3 hours here on my computer when I get home from work? And that's exactly what I want you to show you today. With just like one workout that makes all these things to feel possible. Let's just be real. If you're just working on 9 to 5 and you're just building your side hustle, or you're just like working 10 hours a day or even more than that, those productivity hacks, they don't really work. Sometimes you're just like staring here at the screen and you can't really put the sentence together and everything just feels heavy. But I feel like that I just found a way just to work that out. And I just don't need more coffee or just like to sleep 12 hours a night. The secret was just like to move my body in a way that is just recharges my brain as much as it does to my muscles. And the best part of it is just like it doesn't take hours. Because here's the problem with those productivity advices that you find on the internet. It's just generally made for people who aren't actually working hard. Because if you just follow that Pomodoro thing where you can just work 35 minutes and they tell you to just stop for like 5 minutes, sometimes you don't feel tired and you just stop that because the device tells you to stop. But then if you're just building something real, you actually need to put the work on. And the best part of it, you can actually just keep going when everyone just is like slowing down. And that's exactly where the workout comes in. And then before we go to the next topic, I've got like a community here on school that is just for busy entrepreneurs who want to get in shape, just want to perform better at work, and just like follow simple workout and just like be in a health lifestyle. The link is here in my description. I would love to see you there. And a lot of people, they actually confuse this relaxation with recovery. Relaxation is just like you lay down in the couch, you just watch Netflix, but the real recovery, the one that actually builds your energy, clears your mental fog, the one that's just like recharges you, that's exactly the one that I'm talking about, where you can just have like quality like sleeps, you can have like cold showers, sauna, and that's exactly the type of workout that I'm just gonna be covering with you here today. Activity recovery is just refers to the practice of engaging in low intensity physical activity. It's not about like killing yourself with endless workout or just grinding for 2 hours at the gym under the barbell. This is just built on strength-based compound movements that activate your whole body and spark a chemical that shifts your brain, which could be like squats, deadlifts, bench presses, just all things that is just like you're gonna be doing, but in return they're just gonna give you that mental clarity. You just think about it. Athletes, they just themselves, they must engage in focus research activities when they expect to be retiring by their 40s. But us knowledge workers are expected to essentially keep working way longer using our brains, which is just like gives you that mental exhaustion. But we need to find like a way just to recover from that. And Netflix, all these things, they don't do like the proper recovery. If you do this recovery that I'm just talking about you today, you sharpens your mind, and then suddenly all the tasks that sometimes just like feel overwhelming, they just become simple. And you're not feeling like drained anymore. You just feel like that you wanna work even more. That is just like you got a fuel for it. But let me just break it down and just explain to you how that works. Because when you train like this, you don't just build muscles, which is good, but then you also release endorphins that reduces your stresses, you boost your good dopamine, which drives your motivation, and you achieve something that is just called BDNF, which is brain derived neurotrophic factor, which just literally helps your brain grow and adapt accordingly to the workouts. And just to explain a little bit better too, it's just like compounding training just feeds your brain and the chemicals that you just need for the focus, for the learning faster, and to push through work days. And if you integrate it in a bigger recovery systems into your life with like good sleep, hydration, proper food, we stop like running into furnace and you start running on something way more powerful in your life, and you're gonna see like your performance is just gonna become way better. And I have been training for like 13 years, and that's basically the reason I can work like 12 hours a day and work on my side hustle as well. And friends keep asking me why I don't crash. And the truth is that it's just like my recovery is built into my lifestyle. I just don't work out for fun. I work out because it makes me sharper than everyone else who is competing against me. And that's exactly what I want you to pass to you today. And if you're just like a busy professional, ambitious entrepreneur, or someone who is just trying to climb and you don't need more hours in the day, you just need to make hours you have 10 times more powerful, which is just gonna be so much easier for you to perform better, because most people, they come home from work completely drained. They have no gas left for the business, for the family, or even for themselves. But with just right recovery systems, with just focus reset as a workout just to follow and as a foundation for your life, you just flip the script, you just finish work, and you still have energy in the tank just to dominate the rest of your day. And things are gonna become so much lighter for you to do. Now I know that you might be thinking that workout just like takes energy. How am I supposed to give more focus? Because the only thing that I see is just like take more of my time. And that's exactly what I use it to think with my life. But here's the paradox. The right kind of workout doesn't drain you. It actually fuels you. You might sweat, you might be tired right after, but within 1 hour, your brain feels like firing. And then you know that because you have been to the gym, and it just gives you that boost and that feel good thing that is just gonna take you to the next step with focus and performance at work. And here is how you can start with that today. You just pick like 3 or 4 compounds movements like squats, deadlifts, overhead press, pull up, bench presses, anything. You just have to keep it short as well. It doesn't have to be like a long workout, like 45 minutes or even less. You train hard, you just like do your best that you can. And the goal is just like the activation of the muscles just to give you that energy. So you can just like also pair that with the basics, it's just like 7 to 8 hours of sleep, hydration, high proteins with your meals. Just follow like a simple diet. And if you do that 3 times a week, you notice how your focus are gonna skyrocket. And suddenly it's just like working that use it to feel like climbing a mountain just feels like walking up a hill, and it just feels so much lighter in your back. The reason that it works long term is just because it's not a simple workout. It's a part of your system. It's a part of your routine. When you just like integrate this recovery into your life, everything just compounds. Sleep improves your training improves your focus, and your life is just gonna become way better because focus improves your business results. And business success motivates you to stay disciplined with your life. It's a cycle that actually feeds itself. And most people live in the opposite cycle, like poor recovery leads to low focus leads to bad results, and bad results lead to stress. And stress is just gonna make you to not sleep good at night, because I have been there and I know how it is. So that's how it's just like this focus reset is just like the best thing that I've found for my life. And here's the thing, everyone wants to be successful in life. Everyone just like wants to crush it in business and just perform better. But very few people have the energy to actually outwork their competition. And the truth is, if you don't have a recovery system dialed in your life, you will burn out. And that's exactly what I'm showing you, how to do that, how to implement these recovery systems into your life so that you can just work harder, work longer, and is smarter than everyone else around you. That's the edge. That's how you can win. That's how you can outperform your competitors. And if you have been relying on caffeine, random productivity hacks, or just like the sheer willpower just to push through, it's just time to do something different. You can like, start training like this, just like build your focus reset into your week, and then just watch how your brain shifts. Because in a world where just like everyone is trying to get ahead of each other, the ones who win aren't just like the smartest ones, they are the ones who recover the best. And if you want help into building your recovery systems that you can actually implement into your busy routine so you can outwork everyone in your field, that's exactly what I do. I just help people just to master these recovery systems and actually implement that into their routine, just to make their life way better and way easier to follow. And just to remember, I have got here in my description the community that you can just click and be part of it. It's free, and I think that's just basically it for today. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that it just brought you some value, and I hope that you could see that how workouts is important in your life. And I hope you to see you in the next one.